Hello students, in last video you have to just study about that how to find out the division methods. In this session I will discuss about that how to find out the square root when any rational has been given or any fraction has been given. So you have to enjoy this session and you must do comment in the comment box that this video or this session you have enjoyed or not. For the fraction, you must know that when you need to find out the square root of a fraction, then it must be in this form, and you have to apply the formula to solve the problem by this way. Suppose that you have given a square root of 4 upon 25. Then you need to find out this solution by this way, by convert into the square root of 4 upon a square root of 25. And you can just solve either by division method or by a prime factorization method. This is very simple. If you apply the prime factorization method, then you have to do the calculation of the numerator and denominator separately, and you just do that 2 into 2 and now 5 into 5. It has been actually a square root of 4 is 2 and a square root of 25 is 5. This is the simple question. When some bigger number has been given as rational numbers, then you have to apply the division methods. Let's take some example. I have just taken one example, a square root of 441 upon 961. And by applying the rule, that you have to just write down in this form, a square root of 441 upon a square root of 961. I have just applied the rule that a square root of a upon b is equal to a square root of a upon a square root of b. And now you need to find out the square root of 441 and the square root of 961 by the division methods. And this division method you have to do in the right side of your solution, that where you have to just do in the answer sheet must be in the right side. You just see that 441 and 961 separately. Actually at first you need to make the pair, and when I make the pair, then 41 is paired and 4 is unpaired. So you have to just mark on 41 and also on 4. Similarly you have to just do in this case 961. It is also 3-digit number, so one pair is possible 61, and which is the unpaired you have also marked on 9. And let's do a calculation from the left extreme. And the left extreme which is 4, and you know that 4 is a perfect square, so you have no much problem. You have to start with 2 because you know very well that you have to select the number who must be the perfect square, or it must be either it is equal to the given number or it is much smaller and it is nearer to this number. 4 is perfect square, so you have to just select 2 square to solve this question. I have written here 2 in the divisor side, and the 2 is multiplied by 2 and it becomes 4, and 4 you must write below the 4 in the dividend side, and you have to attempt 2, so 2 must be on the quotient side. Quotient, either it is written on the top of this number or in the right side of the number. 2 is added here in the divisor side, it is added, and it becomes 4. In dividend side, it is just subtracted. 4 minus 4 is 0, or cancel. This is used very much. Then you have to take this pair, and pair is 41. My dear student, you have to just attempt. You know that if you put 0, if you take 0, then 0 comes at its unit place, and 40 is multiplied by 0, result is 0. But there is 41, so you know that one must be selected. If you select 1, and this number becomes 41, and when it is multiplied by 1, then it becomes 41 in this side. But in this divider side, you have not to multiply. Actually, you have to add. After multiplying, you have to write at a dividend side, but by adding, you have to write in divisor. 41 plus 1 is equal to 42, and 41 is subtracted. Then result is 0, and 1 is selected, so 1 is written at the quotient side. Since remainder is 0, so my calculation has been completed. And square root of 441 is 21. Now let's check in the case of 961. 961, 9 is a perfect square, so you have to start with 3 added here, and 3 plus 3 is 6. 3 is also written on the top at the quotient side, and in case of dividend, 3 is multiplied by 3, 9, and 9 is subtracted from 9, result is 0. Now 61 occupy here, comes here, and in this step of the division, you know very well that 1 is also selected, because 61 is multiplied by 1, the result is 61. And 1 is added here, 61 plus 1 is 62, and 1 is also must comes at its quotient side. So result is 31. And now 31 you have to write at its denominator. So you have just to see that square root of 441 upon 961 is equal to 21 upon 31. My dear students, the second example I have just taken to find out the square root. The number I have taken 0.0576. Actually, it is the decimal number. When you have to do like the fraction, then you have to convert into fractional form. And you know very well that it will be 576 upon 10,000, because you know very well that how to express or convert. Actually, in place of decimal, you have to write down 1, and how much in place of decimal you have to write down 1, and how many digits are 1, 2, 3, 4. You have to put 1, 2, 3, 4, and now decimals has removed, and this can be written as 576 upon 10,000. You have to already study in the junior standard, or it can be understood by this way also. 0.0576 is by equivalent method. 0.0576 is multiplied by 10,000 to its numerator and denominator, and now it becomes 576 upon 10,000. So conversion you know, and you have already studied in the previous standard, and now you have to just attempt to solve the questions, and this can be solved by using this formula, square root under under a upon b is equal to square root of a upon square root of b. Now it becomes 576 upon square root of 10,000, and separately you have to find out its value. Either you have to do by prime factorization method or by division method. Actually, I have just discussed about the division method, so I have attempted the division method. 576, when you make the pair, then you know that one pair and one is left, 5 is left in the extreme side, so you have to just mark on them and let's do calculation, and the result is 24. When you do for 10,000, then 1 is in the left extreme, so when you have to just do, then what is result? 1 minus 1 is 0, and again you put 0, then you know that when the number is 0, then you have to take 0, and when it has been added, then it is 20, and 0 minus 0 is 0, and again when you have to just put 0, then 0 0. So either you have to write directly here, or there is no need to do calculation in the second step. So the final result is 100, and by putting the value 24 upon 100, where 24 is divided by 100, 0.24. So its final result is 0.24. My dear student, in the next video I will discuss the finding the square root of decimals, because it is very important. Mostly questions in mensuration also have given in decimal form, so you have to study the how to find out the square root of division in the next video. Thanks.